It's the weekend, everybody. And you know what that means. It means that I'm going to be really productive in my life. Go outside, touch some grass, get some fresh air, exercise, meet people, decide whether or not I want to have a family. Psych! It is time for casting Age of L on this beautiful ranked outpost featuring not David2001, but David2001 playing the Magyar versus LuigiCroissant, having a bit of a identity crisis between both French and Italian there, playing the Korean team. I don't think that I've casted that many closed maps. I personally enjoy this outpost style map a lot more than maps like Arena, because there is some opportunity, even though people do like to go fast castle, to get some aggression. Like, it's not that hard to tear down these palisade walls. Oh, something else I totally forgot about is that you may have noticed I have finally got the subscription to Capture Age Pro. I actually have no idea if Capture Age Pro, which apparently it does, or through an update, puts the elo of players as like a paid feature. From what I recall, which I believe has been a recent update, is that I used to get the EcoKD, TC idle time, and all that jazz in the Capture Age free version. And then it was, hidden feature. But I believe the time that I had originally downloaded it, the only thing you couldn't do was like rewind, which honestly wasn't super important because I don't rewind that often. But yeah, now we do have the TC idle time, the KD, and all that good stuff. And speaking of TC idle time, the Croissant, we're at a TC idle time of 28 seconds. I actually don't know if TC idle time also includes Loom, because I did see the Croissant open up with Loom. If TC idle time just refers to like pumping out villagers, but at any rate, you want that number to be fairly low. So what do we got going on over here? We got two low elo players. Well, I don't know if 1,000, like if you're above that, if you consider that to be like mid elo, but definitely we got one low elo player versus another above elo player. So green favored to win this game. Really nice setup here with having the ibex right next to the berries, but it looks like that player is not going to take advantage of that. It is trickling in the sheep from waiting over here for what? Maybe just to talk to each other before, getting picked for wool by the villagers. And LuigiCroissant, not doing anything super controversial. Getting in the last spore. Some villagers here congregating before they have to get back to work. Something that's really interesting about this particular game, because I happen to know LuigiCroissant as a person, and that person may be me. Not going to say anything, not going to admit anything. But this is one of the first few times that I've seen this player push in all of their hunt. Something I don't see that player do a lot. And despite all that, I don't think they're actually even going up to feudal yet, which you kind of hate to see, because if you're going to push all your hunt, you kind of should be going into feudal, right? On the other hand, we do see our Magyar player going to be up to feudal about 45 seconds earlier, as they open up with some, little extra barracks and some house walls over here to prevent anybody from coming in should they try. Let's see what our David player has on the vision so far. Just a little outline. Does see the 4 house walls, which, is very valuable intel. And Looks like the Croissant is on the move. Going out without even getting this last Ibex. A little mistake there from the Croissant. And I guess we're going to see some early action coming in from the players. A little scouting going there on the outside as David goes up to Feudal. We have some action. We have some action somewhere. Where is it? I actually don't know where that was. Maybe it's one of the scouts attacking the walls. As David's going to open up with a stable, which I'm guessing is either just to get a little bit more vision, maybe try to bust down some of the walls. And I'm guessing that as this lone scout tries to, you know, knock David off tilt, that I'm guessing the green player probably does not know about these purple villagers. Yeah, no vision on the outside for what's going on there. Doesn't seem to be knocked off tilt by this annoying scout attacking the palisade wall. And one thing that might be a bit of a mistake is that I'd kind of like if... Okay, it looks like we're going archers, tower to protect the gold. I'd like to see probably the scout maybe going over here and attacking the palisade just to weaken it if we're going to do a busting move. Green also on the move. We're going to get some scouting over here on LuigiCroissant. As the green scout says, get off my lawn. But I'm expecting that we're going to see a pretty interesting archery rush coming in from the Croissant, as we have 5 archers, 4 in production, coming in. And maybe did green catch sight of this over here? Seems to be the house walls are going up on this side, and no. Still doesn't know anything going on. Did you know that in the game, if you actually do see these little marks on the ground, that does tell you that something has been built there. So actually it could be the case that Mr. David does know about that, but who knows? Green Scout still chasing while we get some extra vision coming here from Croissant. And Green Pikes, Green Scout all around. And even more going towards LuigiCroissant. Maybe we're going to try to see a gate bust coming in there. And let's switch over to LuigiCroissant's vision to see what they see as they're going to try to rush down the green player. Go straight for the palisade gate and bring some villagers forward for either attacking the gate or a tower, I would guess. For those of you who may not be aware, the Koreans do love the towers. They do get all of their tower upgrades that you would get at the university for free, which means you get a little extra range and attack. Love to see that. Green trying to defend over here and gets pushed back and starts putting some defenses up on the left-hand side. I'm guessing to protect the wood. Nice move there. Has accepted the bust. And in situations like this, I think you kind of got to accept the bust. And I would think that maybe the scouts might be able to clean this up by themselves. But you got to think that you might want to get an archery range going down to get some skirmishers to counter this. Villagers coming forward from LuigiCroissant. And here come the scouts, and they're probably going to try to clean this up, which should be kind of easy, but the tower in the mix kind of makes it a bit more complicated. Do have some pikes, so maybe not a great fight as Luigi does bust through. Tower getting some licks and not garrison. It'd probably be a good idea to actually garrison inside of this tower. I don't see, honestly, oh, there we go. The micro from green is not great. I also don't think sacrificing all the scouts that early was a great idea, as the only thing we see in the military queue from green is nothing, actually. Nothing in the military queue, so we're going to need to answer for these archers. Farming economy, I like a lot. We got 13 farmers compared to the 11 from the Croissant, as another tower goes down, which should be able to range some of these villagers, but Luigi walking around the outside, I imagine is going to run into this tower. Don't think it's going to be able to deny it. And while all this is going on, we do have a spearman. Looks like Luigi quick-walled here a few times, and they're gonna bust down these walls eventually. Who knows? Maybe in 10 years. And Luigi goes on the outside, looking for the wood, looking for the no tower situation. Looks like David is not able to put up another tower here. Only has 75 stone to go. As Luigi is able to kick Senor David off of wood, but does take some licks from the TC, which is a bit painful. As we see some spearmen come over here and run into the tower. LuigiCroissant sacrificing some more units, maybe not necessary. And I'm guessing at this point, what are you thinking as green? You're thinking as green you want to queue up some skirmishers, 4 skirmishers now in the archery range. I believe should be able to kick out these archers on the left-hand side. Pikemen still going to town on these palisade walls. We get some more quick walls over here from the croissant. And I think this army should go down, be able to go down and be able to clean this up. Not sure if there's going to be a gap on the right-hand side of here. No, there's not. So LuigiCroissant is going to have to walk through the Temple of Doom on the way out. As we do see Luigi apparently catches sight of some stables in the queue, so going to take some free licks on the building. Respect that. And I have to imagine at this point maybe both players are thinking about going up to castle. Villager count actually pretty even. Green also going to get fletching to get a little bit more range on those towers. Now starting to collect stone, which is pretty important for a defense against these archers. As these skirmishers are going to try to go forward, but these towers are going to make it a little bit complicated for these skirmishers to fight. Always an interesting trick to use in feudal, just to walk around units that are archery units but don't have ballistics actually yet, because it's going to be really tough to hit them. Luigi missing a big opportunity just to get inside of the tower here in order to fight these skirmishers, but both realize at the same time and react pretty well. Luigi, I think, actually should be able to click up right now by using the market. A little too much gold than I would like. And David now busting out the scouts. Going to have to be careful for those for the spearmen. As get inside the tower, man. These are free licks. There we go. As Luigi gets back in the tower, some more houses on the outside here, and this should be a pretty good fight for green. As he's gotta stay in the tower. These are free, man. You gotta use the tower. It looks like green was able to clear out all the villagers who were building those houses in the back, which is good. As Luigi clicks up to castle. With David not that far behind, something a bit annoying here is that these two towers probably would have been better placed if they were both in range of each other, which kind of creates a murder holes effect. And man, you gotta target down these skirms. This is free, man. You gotta stay on them. So I'm expecting at this point the scouts should be able to take down the tower. As green realizes they should be able to click up and does get market. But Luigi's going to have a pretty big advantage despite the army clear out over here, just being able to get up to castle around probably 2 minutes. Guys, I got to tell you again, like the skirms over here, you gotta get them away from the tower because they die easy. They do get promotions posthumously, but they die easy. Same thing with the villagers. You gotta move these around, man. They're getting whacked. They're getting whacked by the tower. Production upgrades kind of finally coming in for the farm and the lumber camp. Always hard to keep that up. David over here forgot to build this lumber camp, which I don't know what for, to mine like these 4 trees that are over here. Looks like the tower is finally going to go down. Luigi ejects and is going to run back to safety with these 2 towers as some more spearmen go in the field to counter some of these scouts. No! Guys, I'm telling you, you cannot fight towers with skirms. It's not a good decision. Fletching in from Luigi. And looks like more towers are coming in from both players. Got a green tower coming in here. From the green player, which might get denied as the military pressure just keeps on mounting. 2 villagers in the queue for Luigi Coconut, and the TC has gone idle for green, as we are now going into castle. So what is the follow-up here? I guess I don't need to tell you the follow-up. Siege Workshop coming into the front from Luigi. Also, check this out, 675 stone, so I'm probably thinking an aggressive castle drop could be coming in any minute, as that green tower is canceled in the front. Really hard micro here from the green player, as they got to really, really avoid the pikes that are being backed up by these archers. Green has some options. They have some out. We can go 2 TC on the outside as soon as we go up the castle. Maybe you come out here and you slap a TC down and, you know, you start booming. The eco is not going that bad for david2001, but it might get shut down in a few moments as we do see a green castle coming in from Luigi. Another stable going down for green. I would love to see if they're able, honestly, to just pump out some knights and get a counterattack going. As oh my god, I totally forgot about this. The 2 spears actually busted through, and Luigi just noticed it, but he was not able to quick wall in time. I guess green was paying attention, or they're on defensive mode. And at least 1 spear made it through. Is going to be able to wreak havoc. Mangonel is back on the field for Luigi, which should be able to clean up these skirmishers. But for our green player, nothing quite in the queue yet in terms of knights. Not so sure about this TC. It's kind of close to the front, and it also might get ranged by the towers, as now we see the castle getting built from Luigi Coconut. TC also taking licks over here on the front, and looks like Luigi's going to catch wind of this. TC is going up, should be able to get some licks on these villagers, and yeah, a few little hits there. Got a micro to make sure they save the Mangonel. And oh my god, I think that Luigi is not noticing that this pikeman right here is getting like free licks on these villagers, and I think that you can actually see the kill count if you click on the unit. So maybe if this villager goes down, which I think that it will, do we see the kill count go up here? You gotta click on it, right? Yes, 3 free kills by this spearman over here, as the action from the castle is getting it's getting out of hand. It's really, really messy. A few knights went forward to try to prevent the castle, but the supporting tower does come up. This castle will probably go up. And a lot of farm eco just went straight to hell as a result of this. As Luigi Coconut, interestingly enough, has not upgraded any of his units from the original feudal age units that we started out with. And coming back to the left-hand side of this map, can we see how many more kills this pikeman has? 4 kills! 4 free kills. I mean, I think you can actually see the rampage left by this spearman. These farms are probably actual real villagers who had a life and a job and dreams, and now they're getting poked to death by this pikeman that has 5 kills. Jesus Christ. But anyway, green has a lot of problems of their own. Luigi gonna stay on the outside and just take some free money with these villagers, as the 3rd TC comes down for green. Green. I'm actually not sure if Luigi at this point can see that, which might be a good idea to get some more vision. And looks like we have something over here. Have a little outpost going in here, which I imagine is to see whether or not green is going to start expanding, but is not able to get any sight on that 3rd TC. So this is pretty annoying to have a castle in your face, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, your eco in the back is still going good. It's a little cramped. 4th TC coming up, and maybe you can boom out of the situation. I think the problem is, from the perspective of David over here, we're only seeing 8 farms. So it's kind of hard to kind of, get a hold of your economy and start expanding the farms, unless you go kind of like maybe out here, maybe somewhere else. Ram coming in from the green player and is going to try to take down this castle, which is like, it's a little iffy. I mean, the good thing about it is that, like, if you have any units that are trying to attack this ram, it is going to take TC fire, potentially from 2 TCs, like this poor scorpion that went down. No value on that. What's going on with the spearman saga? Is the spearman dead? I guess so. Well, his buddy is not dead. His buddy decided to just continue attacking the house over here, which is probably like better I have to imagine at some point the coconut may have just, not the coconut, the croissant may have just garrisoned inside the TC, as we see a university going up, perhaps for myrtle holes, who knows? How do I turn this? Oh, there we go. Turn this display off. Ram coming in to attack the castle, which is now, look at this, maybe like approaching 50 HP. And looks like these pikes should be able to clean it up, but like I said, at the same time, they're taking licks from this this castle fire. So what are both players thinking in terms of their eco? We have actually only the same amount of farms coming in from both players. As you imagine, when you start spending a lot of resources on golden wood, you're not going to have that much farm eco. But what I would like to see is not this, not like a random tower attacking a TC, but maybe some farm boom, so we can get back up to, you know, to Imperial, which should, in theory, end the game. You play some defense, you go quick Imperial, and the game should be over. But Luigi going to stay in castle and continue to be super annoying, hopping in and out of the castle, attacking some villagers on the outside, sacrificing his cav archers for nothing, taking some free licks on the outside, so applying some good pressure, getting some knights on the field to snipe some of these things, attacking the free houses on the outside. So maybe not the most efficient way to play coming in from Luigi. I would like to see the farm scaling past like 13. You know, if you have the advantage, it's a good thing to take. As, oh my God, the Spearman Saga, you thought it was over, but ladies and gentlemen, it's just getting started. As this Spearman is going to probably get his first kill on this poor villager. LuigiCroissant has no idea how to garrison inside the TC, apparently, which you really hate to see. But anyway, going back to the castle saga, as now the castle is about 25% of its HP, which is not great. I have to imagine that's why LuigiCroissant built University, as the farm scale is now starting to go up in Luigi's favor, being annoying with some raids here with the knights. And now the CA mass is getting a bit worrying, as Luigi Coconut just is going to walk right through this eco, take hits along the way with this CA, and I'm guessing is maybe going to the back where it's nice and safe in the lumber camp. And it said, just fuck it, I'm going to take some TC and tower fire. And oh my God, the laugh comes in from Luigi, which you hate to see. Really, really poor sportsmanship. My opinion is that they probably should be banned for life from playing AoE. Korean war wagons on the field. What an absolute mess. As we see, oh my God, the castle's going to go down to the TC fire. This is insane. In 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, that was you don't see that. You don't see that very often. By the way, while all this is going on, the Spearman Saga continues. It's honestly it's endless. Like, can we get a click on the Spearman to see like how many kills we're talking about here? Can you just pop 4 kills from one Spearman? This is insane. This is like really bad. I guess you could say it's kind of like the Frodo and Sam approach to playing this game. It's like if it's small enough, maybe the player won't notice. They can kind of like sneak through Mount Doom. But at any rate, like probably bigger problems to worry about for green, even though that's a nice little gift there. As the CA mass continues to go up, and I imagine that Luigi's going to raid a little bit on the outside and side, but I think that like all this is not super necessary. I think probably like a while ago, by the way, good pressure, but I just want to see more farms, right? I think more farms. Oh, okay. Luigi is reading my mind. More farms. Go up to Imp and go on with your life. TC idle time is also not great for either players, but you know, David, we're talking about 37 minutes of TC idle time, which is like not ideal. As Luigi continues to expand, getting some more stone, CA mass going all the way up, and yeah, so I guess Luigi's just going to contain on the outside. Elite Skirm come in for green. Take out some of these houses and, you know, maybe just chillax. never go up to Imperial, which is an interesting strategy if you think about it. What would I do if I was playing green in this position? I think they're probably doing all they can. I mean, the only thing you really can do, I think, is kind of like try to sneak on the outside here, which is a bit hard with this CA mass, as green is sacrificing his villagers for nothing. And you sneak outside and you get some TCs on the outside where you're not going to get harassed and start scaling farms. Like, I don't really know what else to do because, you know, Luigi, like I said, farm eco is really like awful, but military is good. Pressure is good. 19 now on farms compared to, 26 on farms for Luigi compared to the 19 coming in. And look at this. I think that Luigi wants to end the game here and now. So maybe was playing the long, short game, which is getting the stone over here. All military going forward, as this castle, which green probably does not know about yet, is going to go down, maybe. I think getting past this mangonel is going to be really tough. Green only has a battering ram, a mangonel, and 11 elite skirms. So the only thing that's going to be able to stop this, to be honest, is this mangonel right here. As the villagers do take some licks, a little painful there. Mangonel goes down. And this castle should be in range of both of these TCs, so unless some more rams are coming in from our green player, this is going to be really tough to get out of. Back to my comment about, like I said, the TCs are kind of like, should be going up on the outside. Castle goes up, and now both TCs are inside of the range, as green calls the GG. So, pretty well played from both players. I think the TC situation from green, idle time wasn't great. Probably should have snuck out here like way earlier and started booming. Would have liked to see some counterattack from those knights. On the home base, like I said, we're talking about palisade walls, holes in the wall. Luigi farm game was just pretty awful, but military game wasn't too bad, you know, keeping up pressure. And yeah, so that was a fun game, and stay tuned for more.